Yeah, I knew that title would make you push the green button. But like before, this is not a bait and switch video. Everybody that is black and proud, or whatever phrase is catchy today, are nothing more than an abomination to Yah. You don't believe me? Allow me to ask you a question, black nationalists. When you read Ezekiel 16:62 through 63 in the Septuagint, what do you perceive? Ezekiel 16:62 through 63, quote, "And I will establish my covenant with thee, and thou shalt know that I am Yah." Stop. Scriptures attest our covenant will be established while we're in the wilderness, just like our ancestors coming out of Egypt. Let's continue, shall we? Quote, "That thou may remember and be ashamed." Stop. To remember something can only mean you did something in the past. To be ashamed, bridged together with the word "and," can only mean what you will remember you did was shameful. But let's continue. "And may it no more be able to open thy mouth for thy shame, when I am reconciled with thee, for all that thou hast done, says Yah." Example. Wow. If I'm reading this right, there will come a time and day in the fullness of understanding the vices we are currently in, thinking our will was in conjunction with his will, but upon further review and 2/3 of us dying in the wilderness, we were only doing the evildoer's will. But wait! Our writhing in the snake pit is said to have been so bad, we wouldn't even be able to open our mouths for the shame. Here's the problem with this upcoming prophecy, thus our modern day reality. If what we just read was written and concluded by the Almighty Yah through his prophet is true, how on earth can you be of his spirit and body and not be absolutely ashamed now? How much further must we go down the sink of depravity before you stop being black and proud? Better question. When will my people Israel wake up and see every attempt to unify under the banner of black unity, self-empowerment, etc.? It is a trick of the evildoers to have you continue to feebly attempt to save your own lives, thus ensuring you do not call upon Yah to save you. Black Lives Matter, an abomination. No justice, no peace, an abomination. Scripted and staged protest, an abomination. Proverbs 11:2, quote, "When pride comes, then comes dishonor, but with the humble is wisdom." Example. I'm black and I'm proud, I'm an abomination. By any means necessary? Yeah, by any means necessary, an abomination. As I rise, an abomination. Dipped in chocolate, bronzed in elegance, enameled with grace, toasted with beauty. My Lord, she's a black woman, an abomination. Psalms 119:78, quote, "Let the proud be ashamed, for they dwelt perversely with me without a cause, but I will meditate in thy precepts." Example. We are family, an abomination. We are winners, an abomination. If you are not ashamed to see your son and daughter look like circus freaks, you are an abomination. Jeremiah 23:39 through 40, quote, "Therefore, behold, I, even I, will utterly forget you, and I will forsake you and the city that I gave you and your fathers, and cast you out of my presence. And I will bring an everlasting reproach upon you, and a perpetual shame, which shall not be forgotten." Example. So much for the throwing your sins in the sea of forgetfulness bullets, huh? Question. So when did this perpetual shame get lifted? Yeah, I know the evildoers got you believing you are not still under the Yah's curses with that civil rights coup de grace and all. You know, allowing you to buy their Benzes and Lexuses with necklaces at a higher interest rate, might I add. But what you didn't and don't understand, it all pushes you away from the basic requirements to have Yah save you. Evil genius. Allow me to be your jackass and steer you out of the path of the angel of Yah's wrath, gentle strangers. The Million Man March malfeasance? Question. How in the hate of Hades can black Hebrew Israelites not protest against your people being beguiled by a man who has admittedly, I did a video on his actual speech, turned his people over to white Scientologists who believe that an alien named Xenu, yes, that's exactly what I said, Xenu, will come back to Earth and whisk the people off into space. I know you want to say there were other speakers there, don't you? First, Decepticon, Farrakhan, is the tree of this abominable feel-good movement. Thus, the fruit is as rotten as it comes. Second, that tells you just how many different manner of spirits were operating at one event. A homogeneous desolation of demons with a platform to spew their maniacal, deceptive, feel-good, rah-rah, we can do it, yes we can, we are Africans, theosophy, I am a man, stand against war and racism, stay black, stay blessed, calling each other kings and queens while in bondage, while carrying signs that say straight out of patience, not realizing their very participation is the death knell of reproach. People, the only way we are going to show Yah we depend on him and not the strength of the arm of Pharaoh is to drop out and tune in. What? That's what I said. Drop out of society's standards of living, i.e., stop voting, frequenting their pleasure establishments, stop playing their sports, etc., and tune in to Yah and the direction he will navigate us out of our situation. I know this is totally opposite than what you have grown up to believe, but if you can think of another way to show Yah we give up, say uncle, tap out, I'm all ears. Comment section is always open. Thank you for listening to this video, and look for the next.